Hi guys, this is Ravensleep45 and welcome back to Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Today we're going to be doing the Healer's role quest this time around because we finished with the melee, magical range, and now we're tackling Healer next. Which is something I was supposed to be doing a couple months or even like maybe a year ago even. Because I don't know what was I doing at the time. It's just right now I've been mainly focusing on my fishing achievement, but I am slowly but surely getting that done, so I need to transition making other videos besides, you know, me trying to capture those legendary fishes from Stormblood, which are pain in the ass. Well, then again, they try to make it hard so it can be challenging, but I digress. So we're here in Raubahn, same place as last time with all the other delegates, but this time around we're going to Ala Mhigan. Far from free. If you're ready to lead us your aid, I praise you of the situation. Okay. Receive reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy striking the streets of Ala Mhigan. Crews have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but there are likely to be casualties. With the most of our healers posted elsewhere, we had thought of petition you for aid. Sounds like you need better soldiers, not more healers, if I must. I would be glad to help. Sounds like you need better soldiers, not more healers, but if I must... Haha! Well, no man or woman or alive could hold a cradle to the warrior of light or darkness. But in the case, we are stretched rather thin at present, given that we know precious little of our foe. We'll soon turn the best to the best now that we can wait until we need is undeniable. No doubt my olden comrades will be heartened to have you fighting alongside them. You see, there have been no sign of any blasphemy in our hands. We have joined with our Ala Mhigan allies in their hunt for the fiend. Trouble is, the majority of our healers are working day and night to treat the tempered Imperials captured by the Plegia. For that reason, we too will be glad of your help. Your presence alone will be a great comfort for the troops, I'm sure. As the time is the essence, I'll ask you to make your way to Ala Mhigan quarters and report to duty. Commander Ilium is overseeing the hunt, and he'll explain upon your arrival. May Ragnars grant you strength. Okay, so we need to go back to Ala Mhigan quarters. Alright, here we are back in the Ala Mhigan headquarters. Mrs. Pendragon, we have told you we're on your way, but this is even quicker than expected. I'll tell Commander Alien you're arrived. One moment, please. Glad you can join us. Hello, Raubahn. Good to see you again. Now that the greater crisis has been resolved, we may and we must turn our undivided attention to the matter of a smaller but less deadly scale. I'd like nothing more than to hear of your recent adventures, but I'm afraid such pleasantries will have to wait. Oh, that's a mean brute we got there. As our man in Tavernier have told you, a blasphemy is loose in Ala Mhigan. When it first arrived, the city guards were able to get most of the bystanders to safety, and for a mercy, those caught in the chaos only suffered minor injuries. Well, that's pretty good. But the fiend managed to escape and has not been seen since. We must find it, and soon. As long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk. As is the case in the Tavernier, that blasphemy is the very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. the longer it allows the room free, the more tragedy of our people will suffer. Are you certain it's the blasphemy, Raubahn? Or, I would say, did anyone see the change takes place? I don't want to be a dick to him, so... Did anyone see the change take place? There are several eyewitnesses who gave a same account. A man walking through the Ala Mhigan quarters fell to his knees, and all of a sudden, and a moment later transformed into a monstrosity you know to pursue. I see. Similar description when I was doing the magical range DPS scroll quest. But the fact he was a young Highlander, we know nothing about him. Even the description of his experience are too vague to help to identify the lad. We have no clues of his name or background for that matter. For all we know, he might have been born in Ala Mhigan, might have been a son of a refuge, come to visit. There are possibilities we were investigating, though. That said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemy and beasts are born when men are overcome with despair. And whatever drove him to turn to likely has been done the same to another. Therefore, if we were to prevent future tragedies, it is imperative that we identify and address the undying cause. Until we do, we have no choice but to deal with the inflicted the only way we know, by granting them a quick death. For now, I have joined you to hunt to keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up to it? Hell yeah, I'm here and able and willing. Yeah, my thanks. As the chance will have it, we just received word of a number of beasts were spotted on the outskirts of Alagraha. The troops stationed there have already put them down, but we have wounded in the process. First and foremost, they need medical attention. That is where you come in. I will meet you there. Sure thing, Raubahn. Okay, I'm back. So I think I just have to reset OBS, but I think it sounds better now. I don't know if it was like this sync or anything, but I'll probably just, most likely I'll have to put them into 2 videos because anyway the last portion was just 9 minutes, so it's not that much of a big deal. Alright, so where is this person? Oh, it's right here, so I need to go there. Okay. Teleport. Nope. It was this one, I think. I hope I got it right. Not even close. God damn it. Okay, now I got it right. So it's down here. Wounded fighters? Appears they need healing. Although the soldiers were unable to lead the beasts away from the village, and called a lot of them, victory do not come easily. It is time like this that our lack of healers is the most sorely felt. I dare say, there is yet to receive any treatment at all. See to their wounds while I survey the area for any stragglers that they may have escaped. Once I complete my patrol, I'll head to the village and gather eyewitnesses' report. Look for me thereafter. Okay, Raubahn. Alright, let's heal you. Or... okay, I had to talk to him. I thought I had to heal him myself. There we go. Gods be good, I feel reborn! Hold on. You are Torius, aren't you? I can't believe you're the one who inspired me to join the resistance in the first place. And now do you come to save me in my hour of need? I'll never forget this. Thank you, kind adventurer. Oh, the pleasure is mine, I guess. Who would think that my actions would inspire people to join the resistance? Who would have thought? Alright, next person. I saw them change right before my eyes. Those weren't monsters I killed, but innocent men. But it had to be done. There were others who were But it had to be done. There were others who had to protect, and thanks to you, I continue to do just that. Once I made my way back, I'll give my full account. The families, they will understand. I hope. Not all families will be very forgiving. You have to kill their loved ones. A lot of TV tropes explain that very well. Alright. Okay, Raubahn, I rescued the two soldiers in the front line. Oh, I forgot that the guy in the wheelchair. What was his name? He got injured helping in the tower. If I remember correctly, I can't remember his name. I was wondering if he would be any importance in the main scenario, but not really. For treating the wounds of those soldiers, you have my thanks, and theirs too. No doubt, it seems they were indeed successful in slaying all the beasts, if my search is any indication. But we must remain vigilant. I've also spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. I hear you've been through a few of those ordeals yourself, Artorias. Now I remember his name, because his name indicator is right there. Good to see you, man. How's the wheelchair treating you? I don't know if it's the right way to say that. As for me, I've been keeping busy with this and that, like getting the hang of this wheelchair. Obviously, it is a limitation, but it gets me where I need to go. I've been working with this new organization as well, which I have brought me here, but no sooner have I arrived than those locals turned. Raganfrid, I've heard that you were here when it happened. What can you tell us? Well, the ones who underwent a change are the people we were trying to help. I see. Perhaps I should explain from the beginning. The meeting of these held in the royal palace had been a turning point for all the Grand Albania. It spurred us to upon a dialogue with the people and communities, where otherwise would have shunned. But there's still so many problems to be addressed, and the countless souls struggle to build a new lives for themselves. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. My concern is welfare for Ala Mhigans who sided with the Empire for whatever reason and help them find a place in society. In particular, the surviving families of the Crania Lupi. I thought you despised the skulls. But make no mistake, I am not forgiving them, and I don't have the time in me. And I doubt I ever will. But that memory of that day in the palace, of Fodor asking to be locked up again, and saving all of us, it stayed with me. Got me to think about why and the other young youths will commit such atrocities, and why they swear to serve the Empire. And that answer was simple. Because it is seeing what we have seen and suffered as much as the same. In the hell where all were condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Garleans win, not by breaking you, but making you break yourself, by making the choice the right one for a man at the end of their tether. Healing only begins with liberation, and some scars never will regardless. Those who return from the foreign land might have difficulty carving out a living here, but the ones who have pledged allegiance to Garlean. This is not Ala Mhigan we dream of, but after 20 years of misery, I am not seeing it all thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That is why I formed the Silver Griffins. See what no one is cast aside. In that case, I suppose it is what brought me here today. I've been acting as a mediator. Aye, and in the short time he has with us, he's been proving himself a natural. But despite our earlier success, the families of the skulls continue to refuse our help. I think I see where this is leading. They're the ones who turn, yes? It comes to no surprise. Their kin tormented and murdered a fellow Ala Mhigan. Anyone with a conscience will feel the same guilt. And for some of it might be too much to bear. I think I might know where you're turning us away. In a sensitive matter, though. So let's go somewhere where we won't be overheard. Alright. Alright, since we're in the least inconspicuous place. It's about one of a man who turned. I saw his memories. With the echo, I not pretend I understand it, but tell us what you've learned. Sure, I only caught a glimpse, but that was enough. It was during the occupation, a man raising his son. Only two of them, but they were a family. To keep this boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what the others would say, but he did it anyway. And so he was branded a traitor. Every day his son listened to the jeering and insults, but there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls in the hope that it would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved. He died in the revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept not for the betrayal and murder, but for the man he could not have been. He blamed all on himself, right up until the change took him. I can only pray for he and his boy have finally found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is all too familiar tale. They can't forgive themselves, nor they can see how anyone else could. Their sins of their kin weigh heavily on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. But it's not true. If they carry on like that, they'll turn into beasts. We gotta help them before it's not too late. Well, we could stop them, or ask Alice for help to prevent them from turning to blasphemies. But I'm pretty sure she's pretty busy in Garlean at this point. Growing up with half Garlean in Ala Mhigan, I know not how I feel to be shunned and hatred, to hate myself. But as long as we've given ourselves and others a chance, we can change for the better. And while I might not be a clever and eloquent as someone like Alphanod, I know I can make the difference. I might not be quite the swordsman I used to be, but I'm still a fighter at heart, and I owe it to Abana and Ali to make the most of his life so long as I got it. Alright, I hear your words and determination, Alfred. We, the Silver Griffins, will give it all to see that no beast or blasphemy ravage Arion again. So, Commander Andean, do we have your approval to continue our work? Of course, there is no enemy more fruitful than despair, and that'll be a fool to refuse your help. That even a single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation is proof that our failure is to protect them. Therefore, I pledge a Silver Griffin and my unconditional support. Together, we will prevail. Now that we have a Taurus on our aid for the troops, I believe we are ready to face any beast we encounter. Though I fear it's only a matter of time before the others appear, I ask that you lead the Silver Griffins to assistance in the meantime. Sure thing. Very good. For now, let's return to the city. Alright, back to the city we go. Back to oh no, god damn it. I keep forgetting I put in the macro for changing my thing. Okay, Ala Mhigan quarters. Alright, here we are, back in Ala Mhigan quarters. Those who harbor the guilds do so not because they are weak of heart, but because they have failed to meet the demands that they make upon themselves. This was the same for me when I believed that my failures had led to the Sultan's assassination. Despair and self-bloom were undescribable. I was fortunate that you and the other scions came to my rescue, that I have friends who have conceded me, that I was more than the sum of my worst mistakes. Now that we do the same for the people of Ala Mhigan, we must help them to heal and find the strength to, if not to forgive, then to come in terms to who we are, so that we can look to who we can be, and we should aspire to be. This is precisely why the work of the Silver Griffin is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergency of this deadly phenomenon means we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer, and we will be better for it. Ultimately. And once we decide our course of action, you'll be the first to know. Until then, may Ragnar's watch over you and keep you. Thank you, Raubahn. Thank you guys for watching this recording session on Fantasy XIV Endwalker, the Healer's Role Quest. If you have any comments, you can put them down below the video as well. If you like this video, please click the like button. It is very much appreciated. And if you're curious for future projects down the line, you can probably give my channel a look. If you like the content that I've been uploading there, you can probably subscribe. If not, that is alright. But if you're going to, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified for future content in the near future. And as always, I have 3 projects which are going continuously on my channel, which are Fantasy XIV Raid, Trial, MSQ, because Job because Minions Bounce, or anything are related to Fantasy XIV. Secondly, which will be FGO for the Lost Ball 4 to 5. Rather, 6 is also included, but it's been released recently. Not to mention for the role videos for the future servants, which are going to be released soon, which I need to get back to playing FGO. And thirdly, which will be the event quests, the challenge quests, which I'm still trying to work on my channel because I have a bunch of them in my backlogs. And my last project, to say the least, is Fire Emblem Tree Houses, which I keep saying this in my outros that I'll have a bunch of them working on. It is there, I just need to set time to actually work on that and I can actually upload them to my channel. So, with that, this has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day.